Hello everyone, this is Piotr Plewiński from pmexperts, and I'm here with Nicolasem Pelletier, underwriting manager and the head of project management office from Tokio Marine HCC, one of the biggest and most reputable insurance groups in the world right now. Nicolas, we met a year ago and we started working together on project management culture. A year ago we were introducing your project management methodology, and I have a few questions for you.
Go ahead.
Tell me why Tokio Marine HCC has decided to invest in project management culture in the first place.
Mm-hmm. Well, basically, I think we can say that Tokio Marine HCC has always been interested in making changes in the company for the better of the company. So there's always been this culture of having projects. The problem that we had over the past years was that we didn't have any methodology to make sure that the projects would be run on time, within the scope, and so on, and within budget. So there was that realization that we needed to fix this this issue.
So, in your opinion, how important is the project management function for Tokio Marine HCC being the insurance company right now?
Very, very important. It's been key for us to ensure that the projects have been a successful experience for everybody involved, it has been important to get the management buy-in from the beginning, and that has definitely happened. And we can talk that a little bit more later on. But the project management methodology adoption has been very important for us, definitely.
Great. And how have things changed since you have introduced pmCompass?
Well, it's interesting because in the past the word project might have had some kind of negative connotation at times because of the frustration of not having maybe a clear structure or methodology, and that we see now a transformation in the company. People want to be part of projects. The key metric we can say has been the success ratio, let's say ratio of projects that have been completed overall, and that number has increased significantly from the previous years. And that for management team is a key metric, obviously. So yeah, that's how things have changed. And I think that is worth mentioning, that I thought it was very interesting, is that the fact that we now have this methodology that we call pmCompass has meant that people have come up with new ideas, and because they now know that that new idea can be taken somewhere and that there's a methodology, it means that new ideas tend to spring up more than in the past.
Right.
Subconsciously, knowing that there's a way forward once you have that new idea means that there's new ideas that are being generated also. And we've already seen examples of new ideas generated by employees, underwriters, that are now being treated as proper projects, and that's great, and that is what we needed, so we're very happy about that.
As I understand, one of the functions of the PMO that you have started a few months ago is to support those initiatives.
Yes.
With the new ideas, new concepts behind the project.
Absolutely.
What are the most important functions that PMO is delivering right now?
I would say there's two key ones. The first one is exactly that, is giving some advice to project initiators, project originators, on how to sell their project in the best possible way in the first step, right? And then the second step, or the second key responsibility that the PMO has and that we've been doing, is guiding them throughout the whole process, all the way up into including the closing of the project. So meeting up with them on a regular basis to understand where they stand, what is the next, and giving them advice on the next step and how to use certain templates in the right way so that they can have a smooth running of their project. There's one last thing that can be said apart from those first 2 points, and it's that we are also giving more visibility across all the teams about what projects are being run, what status they are in, informing people, giving that transparency which further promotes project management in a way.
And the management team, the C-level, are they also interested in project management, and do they support the project management function?
Yes, they absolutely do. Just like anybody in the company, it's a new habit Mm-hmm. Whenever you have a new procedure, a new methodology to implement it, to start using, this is a new habit for everybody, from the junior underwriter all the way up to the senior managers. So it's normal. What is clear is that all of them are bought into the methodology that we've adopted, and I see it on a daily basis. As an example, one project finished very recently, and the project sponsor liked the status report format so much that he is now requiring the project manager, whose project is now finished, to use that template for his day-to-day activities to report back on a weekly basis. It just goes to show that the methodology has been well received by management team.
And it gives you an extra value in your operational work too, yeah?
Yes,
okay.
Exactly.
So you have achieved a lot of things in project management for the last 18 months it was?
I'd say, yeah.
Yeah, you've changed a lot of things internally in the company. What would be your best advice for the people who are thinking about introducing the new ways of managing projects within their companies, building project management culture, having your experience? What would be your advice to them?
Well, first thing I would say is look in the company and see if there are people who really have good project managing experience that they can from whom they can draw that experience to help run the company or run projects in the company in a more effective manner. After that first step, if there is a clear realization that project management skills are not really existent in that company, seek some advice from the outside, as we did with pmexperts, to get some clear guidance on what kind of methodology we should adopt. The other thing to say is that the methodology may be more complex or more simple depending on the company, and that I think the company should try to get a feel for, because if the methodology that is adopted is too complicated or too complex for the needs of the company, then it might fail. What I certainly think is that any company would benefit from a proper project management methodology for several reasons. The first one is that you simply get more structure. Second is that you minimize the risk of frustration of people involved in projects. And last, but I would say the most important, is that if the projects are well run and have a very good methodology implemented, you will, no doubt about it, increase the motivation of people, because if people are involved on projects and not just their day-to-day, they're bound to enjoy their job more because it goes outside of their daily tasks. And so from a motivation standpoint, it can be very, very beneficial as well. And one last point regarding the PMO, the role of the PMO itself, so not so much of the methodology, but the role of the PMO. I think that there as well, the roles and responsibilities of a PMO should be customized to the needs of the company, depending on the size of the company and the organizational structure of the company. So the message for me is that both methodology and roles and responsibility of the PMO should be customized to the needs of the company.
Yeah, don't try to do everything at one time.
Right.
Do it more as an evolution, not like a revolution.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Well put.
Nick, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for yours.
For this conversation, and all the best with the development of project management with Tokio Marine HCC.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And thank you very much to you and your team for all the help that you've given us over the last 18 months, which has been very, very much noticeable, and we appreciate that very much. Thank you.
It was a pleasure, as everyone can see. Working in this environment might be very pleasant.
Doesn't hurt.
Thank you very much.
Okay.